Route 6 traffic in and around Kingman could look a lot different in a few years. The state is planning a 4-lane bypass. Here's the city. Here's where that bypass will go on 54 there. Brock Wilson in Kingman with a look at how this could impact the city.
If you've ever driven through Kingman, you know it can be a bit of a slowdown having to make your way through town. So a new bypass around Kingman should make traffic flow more smoothly. But how is that plan being received by the people that live here?
One of my biggest issues with it is the way that KDOT designed it to go north of town.
I'm just really hoping that it'll be a positive effect on our community.
If you make your way around Kingman, Kansas, you'll find almost everyone has an opinion about the US 54 bypass.
If they'd have gone south of town and connected with Highway 14, it would have been a much simpler connection.
The Kansas Department of Transportation is planning to send US 54 north of Kingman, keeping through traffic from having to slow down while passing through town. KDOT held an open house meeting this week to provide information about the project.
There's been an inevitability factor since the 70s that this was going to happen. And so the reality of it, I think, has set in a little bit.
Kingman Mayor John Woolen was at Wednesday's meeting and says one of his biggest concerns is how long the planning process has taken.
We haven't been able to adapt to the reality of having the bypass, so people haven't invested fully. So I think it's been detrimental to the growth of the community.
One community member says the bypass won't solve the problem of semi-truck traffic coming up Main Street downtown.
Vibrating the buildings and causing damage to our historic buildings.
Another worries about it hurting the city economically.
There may be some people that would maybe not go through with obviously with 54 going right through the town right now, you have a lot of businesses and things that are kind of relying to probably a little bit on that.
But the mayor says the bypass is inevitable and the city is going to have to take the good with the bad.
I think there is an economic hit not having all those vehicles coming through town. 10,000 vehicles a day plus come through town right now. For the quiet, peaceful enjoyment of the community, it'll be nice not to have that traffic. And so there's some positive aspects to not having all that traffic.
KDOT is hoping to have the planning stages of this project completed in 2026. However, right now, there's no timeline for when construction could start. In Kingman, Brock Wilson, 12 News.